I'm lying on the floor because I've done something to my back. You can't make this, you know what, up. Um, let's see if I can turn. Oh, no, that does not like to turn. Okay, hang on. I'm like trying to remember when I used to do Pilates, what I did. I think you would like, I need to call my cousin, turn your head one way. Oh, that's good. And your legs the other way. It's Memorial Day and it's cloudy. And what is that? Oh, that's Grandpa's fleece coat that I had on last night over my bathing suit. Um, it's tough times over here. Tough, tough, tough times. I think the last time I did a video of laying on the floor, I was in a bathroom in a Hampton Inn, and we were down in Atlanta, Georgia, doing potty training camp for Amos at Emory. You see, you just never know what might pop up. Oh, I can't even see the comments. Yeah, so there's just a lot happening. A very, well, I don't even know what, I can't read messages. No one should message me. I have 2 teenagers off at school taking exams. My oldest son is living at the beach doing who knows what because I have not been there to monitor his activities, which is fine. He's 19. And then my 11-year-old Amos has autism, and he is, oh, I don't think this feels good. He is foul because he wanted to go to the beach. So tired, she fell out. No, I'm just trying to get my, I'm trying to get my back not to hurt. Oh, that's better. Let me do this. Okay. Maybe I'll turn this way. I can't read. Your oldest is living his best life. Yes, I do not think he is missing me, other than he'd probably like somebody else to be buying groceries. I'm sure he's probably using my credit card, and I just haven't had time to look. And Grandpa, my sister-in-law is here, which is great. My husband is home from work today, and my father-in-law, who has lived with us, if you're just tuning in to something, my mother-in-law died unexpectedly on January 18th. She had a brain aneurysm, and my father-in-law moved right in with us. He just turned 89 a few weeks ago and has, what does he have? He has prostate cancer that metastasized to his bones. We found out last July, and he's done pretty well up until his numbers sort of started changing the beginning of January. So we have just started hospice. I can't read the comments. Just started hospice Friday. And so anyway, it's just a lot happening in this house. This is all kind of new. My grandmother lived with us. She had cancer, and then she eventually was moved to maybe the nursing home because it was too much. I think my mother was probably exhausted. And then my grandparents had 24-hour care. So my parents were in and out of there all the time, but they weren't living with them, and it is different. And I could see that if we couldn't pay for care, I could see that you couldn't do it because it's impossible. You cannot work full time and be a caregiver full time, which I've been a caregiver now for a long time. Having a child with autism who's almost 12, and people will sometimes say like, well, you're so lucky you have, a nanny or a caregiver for him. And I'm like, well, I don't equate that to luck. I equate that to economics and the ability to find somebody, because no one can work if they don't have childcare. I mean, you can't be a nurse, you can't be a doctor, you can't be a nothing if you don't have childcare, But I don't think we tell nurses or teachers, you're so lucky to have childcare, because It wouldn't make sense, right? Anyway, it's just my opinion. Caregiving with autism nearly broke you. Well, yeah, the autism is hard today because he wanted to go to the beach for the weekend, and that didn't happen. And then Grandpa, we kind of turned Amos's playroom, game room into Grandpa's room. It's on the bottom floor. It's easy to come and visit him. Um, it's a big space, so people can go in and visit. It's a pretty view of the water. So, for all the things, it made sense. And a typical 11-year-old would probably be um, okay with that. But an, an autistic 11-year-old is struggles to understand how it's not his space anymore and why we're not at the beach because we were supposed to go to the beach. Um, so anyway, yeah, that's kind of tricky. Kind of tricky. A lot for our kids, yes. So anyway, we and if you have Medicare, this is really interesting. I feel like I'm becoming a hospice expert, even though I've only been in it on day 3. But I think I kind of want people to know about it because I wish I had known more about it. So it's not like you get a caregiver, but you have hospice happens when you're no longer like treating the cancer and you're kind of helping with pain and keeping people comfortable. And if they got an infection, you would use antibiotics. And you have access to a nurse all the time that you can call and talk to. So it's super helpful. And then because you have Medicare, they bring in like a bed and they call it a Jerry chair and a shower chair and pads for the bed, anything related to hospice. Now they do not include like latex gloves, which I'm not really sure about that. I think that could be advocated for. Or they pay for medicine. Your Medicare pays for your medicine if it has to do with hospice. So, like morphine, but not your Plavix. Very interesting. A great stretch. Raise your knees, keeping your feet on the floor. Okay, cross legs like sitting in a chair. Raise your knees, keeping your feet on the floor. Lean the legs to the side and feel the stretch. Oh, well, you're telling me to do like 9 stretches at one time that I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm trying. Yeah, I used to do Pilates. I used to be in shape. So anyway, that is new. Oh, and Medicare will cover you going to a nursing home. So that's one reason people do nursing homes. And if you have somebody that's up all night to pay for care in your home 24 hours a day, we're doing 8 hours a day, and it's a lot. So 24 hours a day, most people can't afford to do that. So anyway, it's too bad hospice doesn't like allow you to have a stipend where you could choose like nursing home or connection is presentation is blocked. Huh, I wonder if the darn phone is working. They don't let you use a stipend. But anyway, I'm in shape. Round is a shape. Cross legs. Raise your knees, keeping your feet on the floor. I'm not really stretching anything when I do that. I'm going to bring my knees to my chest and see if that helps. So anyway, I think we're figuring it out. My husband and sister-in-law, my husband last night was in charge of the baby monitor. I feel like he's sleeping better, so that is really beneficial. Thomas had been up about 3 days before we started all this, so that's a benefit. And I'll take a turn too, but I can't with my back. I mean, who are these dummies that are getting in my thing? Okay, I want to make sure you have to be a subscriber for 10 minutes before you can talk. There are in-house hospice, meaning they pass at the hospice center. Oh, yeah, I guess there's that too, but you're still not home, and there's just something nice about being at home and in Edenton. So my older brother died of cancer when he was 19 and I was 15, and he was in our little hospital, which is no longer in Rocky Mount, called Community Hospital. And it was really, I would spend the nights in the hospital, and my mother would be there in the day, but friends could come in and out at all times. And he was a teenager, so these teenagers just sort of popped in and out whenever they wanted to. There were no such thing as visiting hours. It was just really nice. And I think honestly, that was probably better than Adam being at home, because if he were home, people would be probably hesitant just to stop by and like not want to bother us. But somehow when you're in a hospital, you just feel like it's more open. And that's how we want our house to be. It's downstairs. I tell people, come in the downstairs door, watch out for the barking dog, and come in. No, I will text and say, like, well, he's just gone down for a nap, so maybe come back in a little while. I just did that a few minutes ago. And where does your back hurt? Well, the bottom left. I'm not sure what I've done. I was helping my sister in law, who's a nurse, and she knows how to do all the move and pull and carry. And I think we were getting Grandpa in from the chair to the bed, and I did not lift right. So I pinched something. So I was hoping maybe wallowing on this floor would help me. I don't know if it has yet. Anyway. Yeah, but I was telling my subscribers this morning, if you're watching this video, you can double click to like have like a paid member group on YouTube and subscriber group on Facebook, and we have little daily coffee chats, and we this is like this kind of living day by day thing is really tricky. And I think I know it. Like, I really do think I've learned a lot from belonging to somebody with autism. I watched my own brother, die, and but I wasn't the caregiver. And so it's just such an interesting to sit in it in the moment and say, okay, well, what am I thankful for, right? So be thankful in all circumstances, and not fearful, and not worry, and not anxious. Like, those are big things, because the human brain side of me wants to think, how are we going to do this? Like, what are we going to do this week? And children are getting out of school, and we have a wedding, and how are we going to make this work? And then that kind of faith side of me says, slow down, Adrian. I've got it covered. I've got it. Amos has 2 weeks of school left. Y'all have hired Sarah. You can afford to pay Sarah. Your sister in law is here. She's a nurse. Your husband has really stepped up and can do a night shift and visit. And there's a lot to be thankful for. And I think that is the key. And I didn't know that for a long time, because I think in hindsight, you look back and then you like think, oh, well, look at that. That was special, or this was that. So trying to do that in the moment is really where I am. What can you find good in all things, even the stupid back thing? So right now, I can't rush around this house. I am incapacitated basically, and I'm just letting myself lay on this floor. I mean, I just I don't have any other choice. Me and the cat. So that's that. And yeah, we wanted to go to the beach this weekend. You know what? But like, life isn't about you all the time. And I think rolling with the punches is like just one of the biggest things that we all need to learn. So yeah, I think I would leave you with thankfulness today. I'm laying here with some bad back, and I'm gonna be thankful. Thankful for the friend that brought by a big old bag of Epsom salt. Thankful for another friend who brought a casserole for tonight's dinner. Thankful for my sister in law, who is a nurse and knows how to do all the the things, thankful for a husband who never got up with babies in the night, but can get up with his dad. Um, and thankful for a community where I can sit and talk and share this kind of thing. Um, oh, one of my subscribers told me about the Voltaren gel. I've just Instacarted some, and thankful for the friend that told me there was Instacart in my town because I did not know it. Bend your legs and pull them up to stretch your back. Oh. If this cat pees in my hair, though, I'm not going to be thankful. Allie, if you pee in my hair, you're going right back to the shelter where we got you. And I'm not even going to feel guilty about it. Other than it might be a viral video, and that could be good for me. As I'm trying to I'm building up my YouTube channel. I only have like 10 subscribers. And every time I do a video, I lose some. But no, I have 13,000. Why do I only have 13,000? I have hundreds of thousands on Facebook. The YouTube is for the young, not the old ladies with the bad backs. Maybe I need to change my channel to Old Lady with the Bad Back. Ah, I was just going to pet you. Do not bite me. This cat is known to bite. Is that the cat that pees on the rugs? Yes, my subscribers, members know that this is the pee cat. Mm-hmm. Why do you pee on things, Allie? Because you can. Allie needs probably a lot more attention. And if there's one thing that happens in this house, it is that currently there is very little attention to give to people. We are in, I would say, this is survival mode currently. And it's okay to be in survival mode. I think sometimes there's this pressure of like, well, make sure you blah, 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 blah. And you're like, shut the frick up. We are surviving. We don't have to contemplate our feelings. Like, we're doing what's necessary to survive. That's where we are. And that's okay, right? And that can look different for a lot of people. For me, it can be laying on this floor and about to take a bath. And then I'm going to grill some hot dogs and tater tots because that feels like Memorial Day, or trying to call my big 3 children, or taking Amos to McDonald's. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. And I think your friends, I think this is important is caregiving. When somebody has a newborn baby, you're watching the baby all the time. Having an older parent, someone on hospice, it's very similar. So there has to be somebody with grandpa all the time, and that is really hard. So we have currently in this house 1, 2, 3, 4 adults, and it's really a lot. And yesterday we had 3 adults, and it's a lot of time. We've had visitors, which is really nice. We like visitors. Grandpa really likes visitors. So that's been really nice. We have a refrigerator full of food. I wish there was like some sort of thing where people could help you and they'd be like, I'm going to come and clean out your bathroom. I mean, obviously that doesn't happen. You had to hire 24/7. Yeah, honestly, we couldn't afford to hire 24/7. I mean, I guess if we got a credit card, we could for that, but not forever, Yeah, that would be, yeah, we couldn't. Or I would have to start doing some sort of dance with this, and people might pay not to see it. I think my days of something is done. Somebody's trying to fix my back. I'm like Lieutenant Dan here on the floor. Lieutenant Dan can't get up. Speaking of Lieutenant Dan, I could have a painkiller. This is not a good time to start drinking. Anyway, carry on. If you are watching this video, double click to like it. If you have not subscribed to YouTube and you need a place where you just feel like your life is being seen, it's right here. And if you want to become a member, come over for daily coffee chats and behind the scenes chaos.